Hello everybody, this is Sparks, and I'm in Scrap Mechanic, oh yeah. So Adam Clark very kindly bought this game for me, gifted it to me on Steam, and all I've literally done is build this. This is like a perfect carbon copy tutorial car from the handbook, this handbook here, and but what I noticed was, while looking through this handbook, is that there are sensors that can detect when a block is in range of itself, and also logic gates. So something most of you probably don't know about me is that I used to do robotics. I used to be very into robotics. I did robotics stuff for my A-level things at school before I kind of switched to the more computer programming side. So this is quite exciting for me. So I thought today, what I'm going to try and do as my first ever project in Scrap Mechanic is work on a little one of the simplest robots you first start to build when you're looking into robotics. It's just going to be a wall avoider, basically. So it's going to be a little tiny thing. It's going to have some wheels and some sensors, and it's basically just going to drive around and avoid bumping into walls. Could be really interesting. You know, it lets us play with the logic gates and the controllers a little bit, and could be kind of interesting. So let's see how well we get on with that. Apologies for any noobishness on my part. I literally started playing this game about 20 minutes ago, but I think I've got a grasp on it enough to actually get started on something here. I deleted the lift. Great. So it's probably best if we start off with a wheel. Now, there doesn't seem to be any smaller form of wheel than this. So we're going to have to make do with that. I think we might be able to get away with actually making this maybe just 2 wheels? That could be quite good, because then we can deal with steering without having to actually turn the wheels on an axis, which will be really handy. So we'll put a controller here, another wheel here, and then we will support it on the back with some little nubs. They could be back wheels, actually. They could be back wheels. We'll stick the sensors on the nubs at the front here. Okay, good start. Right, we're gonna have to try and fit stuff on this, so we might have to make it a little bit bigger. But let's see how this goes. We're gonna need 2 engines for this, I believe. So the idea here is that we're going to use the sensors and some logic gates. If it finds a wall in its way, it will have to back up, and I'd like it to back up, not straight back, because that wouldn't really help anything. I'd like it to turn slightly, like curve slightly as it goes backwards, which means if we have 2 different engines at 2 different speeds, because I don't think we can have 2 motors with different speeds. So put one here and one here, then we can set this one to speed, like a fast speed-ish. I want this to move fairly slowly, at least to start with. And then this one is a really slow speed. Then we can choose different ones to change the speed of things. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, our sensors are going to go here, at least to begin with. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Nice. So if we put some blocks here, yeah, it picks them up. Nice. I've actually built a little wall around this place, so if I actually put these sensors at floor level, that would probably be a good idea. Put them down here. And I think I might stick them out a little bit further as well. So if I'm not mistaken, if I connect, which was the fast one here? This is the slower one. So if we connect this faster one here up to that and to that, and we make sure that these are both set to turn forwards like that, then we connect this to this, then the wheels will turn as soon as we step in front of it. Is that right? Okay, the generator started, but the wheels didn't turn. Are the wheels need to stick out or something? You know what? I bet the wheels can't turn while it's on this pedestal. I think that's what the problem is. Okay, well, yeah, that works, but we kind of flipped it a little bit. Clearly we need a little bit less power and a bit more weight. Nice. Seems to work. Uh-huh. Okay, let's get some logic gates going here. So I've drawn up a little logic table with a very simple version of what we need to achieve in the end, which is working out what the different sensors should do depending on what's going on. So if sensor left and sensor right are both 0, we want wheel left and wheel right to be both on, so it moves straight. If this sensor is triggered, we want this wheel to stay on and this one to turn off, which will cause it to swerve that way, which will cause it to avoid the obstacle. If both are pressed, then we want it to stop. Eventually we'll get it to reverse slightly, but let's start with that. So first of all, we need to know that if left and right are both off, we turn both motors on. So let's go to logic gate and find out what these things do. So we probably want to connect these sensors up to NOT gates first. So we'll stick a gate here and see what we can do. Let's connect this to this and disconnect it from that. And then let's see what we can do in here. So we want a NOT. Is there not NOT? And or, XOR, NAND NOR, XNOR. There's no NOT. What? Okay, well I guess we'll use a NOT OR. Active if all of the linked triggers are inactive. So I think that should act like a NOT. So is that glowing because it's now on? Yeah, so if we step in front of it, it turns off. That's what we want. I guess, yeah, that'll do. I guess it's sort of it's a NOT gate because we're ignoring, we've only got one input basically. Good, nice, so we have the sensors going. Okay, so if the left one and the right one are triggered, are off, so nothing is being sensed, then it needs to move forward. So we've got this set to AND mode, so we want to connect it to this engine, which moves them both forwards. We want to actually connect this wheel to this engine as well. So if both are off, it will move forward. Let's try it out. It'll keep going till it gets over there. Let's take this off. I need to change the rotation direction of this one. Oh god, okay. Clearly needs a bit more weight. Teething problems. Okay, new take. We have just moved the wheels back. It's moving forward very slowly. Let's maybe up the power of this engine just a tad. And it stopped. Great, that's our first logic system sorted. Okay, next, for the turning mechanic, we're going to use another AND gate. What did I just place? That's a sensor. Another AND gate. So we're going to say we want it so that if this one is on and this one is not. So no, if there's an obstruction here. So we're going to say if there's an obstruction here, which we can do by lining this directly to this and skipping our NOT, and then connecting it to this, like so. That means it will turn on if we stand here, but it won't turn on if we stand here, and it will also not turn on if there is something in the way of both sensors, like so. I didn't go far enough this way. There we go. So both are triggered. This is off. So only if there's an obstruction over that one, but not this one, will this logic gate here turn on. Which means we can then tell it to only turn one motor. There must be a way of having an engine control different things. For now, we're just going to keep adding engines, I guess. Right, I've added a new engine here. It's going to be a speed 2 engine like this one. I think that was a 2. It's a 3. But it is only going to be connected to this wheel, like so. Oh no. Okay, clearly we need some other kind of logic here that lets us control which engine is run. I'm guessing we can't do that either. Huh, that's unfortunate. Can I connect a logic gate to 2 engines? Yes. Okay, that's how we're going to do it then. So this engine is for this wheel. And this engine is for this wheel. This won't help with reversing, we've got to work that out too. So this gate here is when we want to move forward, so that's connected to both. This one here is when we want to turn away, so we can only connect it to... What? You serious? What? Okay, so instead of connecting it directly to the engine, maybe we can connect it to a logic gate and then connect the logic gates to the engine. These are OR gates, so maybe we can input a second one here? Yes, we can. Okay, great. That's weird. So we have to use an OR gate to connect to the engine. So, to recap, only this sensor is blocked, only this engine turns on. If this sensor is not blocked, both engines are on. If both are blocked, oops, hang on. If both are blocked, neither engine is on. Okay. Can actually adjust the range on these as well. 10 blocks seems good. So this is going to run into this wall first, and is going to try and swerve to the left when we let it go. Let's try it. Oh, I forgot about the bloody engine rotation. Whoops. I replaced the wheel earlier. Alright. Okay, I think it's moving too fast to react. It is still just about making the turn. As soon as it clears that, it will go forwards again. I can't delete while holding that thing. There we go. It's going to keep trying to turn until it clears that corner. Oh god. You can do it, come on. And then it's going to go straight until it hits that wall and it's just going to stop, I think. And... is that floor not even there? It isn't even. Alright, let's give you another try. Off you go, and you turned, and you got stuck. Your ability to turn is very limited, isn't it? You really need a lower friction floor surface so that you can turn better. Can I put wheels right there? Will they... they're going to stop it from turning properly, aren't they? As well as, like, not actually touch the floor. Let's put the logic gate for the other direction in as well. So if this one is triggered, hang on, this one is triggered, and this one is not triggered, then we only turn on that engine. Maybe an electric engine will suit us better? Be quieter at least, perhaps. Try it again. Certainly a much more sensible speed until it needs to turn, and it's probably going to halve. Oh, that's okay. That's an okay turning speed, actually. Ooh, is it going to clip it? Oh, that's tight. It avoided it, though. Look at that. Look at that lineup. Beautiful. Oh, I can turn the sensor sound off. That's nice. That's way better. More sensors, yeah. So if any of these trigger, it's gonna connect to this OR gate here, which then connects where the old sensor used to be. I figure a bit more of a wider vision will probably help. I've also set it so that this one has a range of 10, this one has a range of 11, this one has a range of 12. So if the obstacle is closer to the inside of the car, it will turn earlier. Might be nice. In fact, I'm going to up this a fair bit. Put 15 on the inside, 13, and then 10. What would be really nice is if these sensors weren't quite so direct, like they follow a very straight path and only check the very block in front of them. If they were a little bit more wide angled, if you could adjust their lens angle, that'd be really nice to get a bit of a, because it went past this and it just clipped the edge of the block because it just couldn't see it. Now, how to make it reverse instead of just stop, because we don't appear to be able to connect these wheels to more than one engine. Can we connect the wheels to a logic gate? If we make this an OR, and then is it possible to connect this to this? Nope. Okay, we can't connect it to a logic gate. We can't connect more than one motor to it. Like only one motor per wheel. So, what do we do? How do we make it turn around? How do you make an engine reverse? I know that if it's connected to, like, where's my car? Dude, where's my car? This is a steering wheel, a driver's seat and steering wheel, and I can move forwards and backwards. So clearly there's some way of reversing the motor control. I'm going to have to find out what it is using logic gates. Wait, I can stick one of these on the other side of the wheel? Can I... Huh. Okay. Let's get 2 more motors. This thing's must be heavy by now. So I set this one to be slightly slower than this one. So if we use these for reversing, it won't reverse straight back. It will turn slightly. So let's connect this up to this. Oh my god, it works. Change its rotation direction to the opposite direction of the other actuator. This feels like it must be some sort of stupid workaround. No way is this how you're supposed to do it, surely. This goes... Oh dear, oops. This goes here. Rotation's already flipped on that one. And then our reversing logic is if that I'm just trying to find the bit that it does its thing on when everything's blocked. So these are all off right now. So if this logic gate. Yeah. I think it's this one. We have a new logic gate here that is a NOT. Let's get that facing upwards if we can. Nope. Close enough. We'll make this a NOT or a NOR, because that seems to be all we can do for NOT. And then we connect this to this. So right now everything's blocked and it's turned on. That's great. Then we connect the top motor, and man, there's a lot of dots here. I think it's this one I'm aiming for. No, it can't be. I think it's this. Yeah, it's this one. It goes there. Okay, so this will now be trying to reverse. If we put this down, it will just back up. It will do nothing. Is it too heavy for it to move itself now? Did I miss a step? That's powered. Should be happily reversing. Are they locking each other here, do you think? Maybe. It did feel workaroundy. No, the forward motor is still going fine. Something's wrong with the top motors? They're placed the other way around? I don't really see anything else wrong. What is this? It's just placed by accident. Right now, it should be reversing. Okay, so that wheel is spinning. Okay. Oh. So I think I know what's happening. So what's happening is, both of these sensors are turning on. It's going, oh my god, there's something in my way. Let's reverse. And the instant it reverses, it instantly becomes just out of reach of that wall, and it goes, ah, now I can move forward again. So it moves forward, and then it's looping so fast, it looks like it isn't even moving. So I think we can use, there's a timer, there's a delay thing on here, so maybe we can like override that action somehow, this timer here. See if we can use that somehow. It's an interesting behavior. It sort of logs the sensing, and it kind of delays the entire output. So it's going now, and then I step off, and it'll do that. I guess if you added a NOT gate to this, an AND gate, sorry, like this, and then you went like that, and you got rid of that, and you did that, and you did that, then the output would only trigger if this is stood on and the timer's run out. So I've step off it, and nothing will output over here. This won't light up. But if I stand on it, but the old pulse is still counted. So the delay won't play. Like if I step on it right now, it will instantly output, even though it's not done. This is going to make it very difficult to make it a proper delay that we want. We would want the timer to clear itself instantly if the signal fails. So it appears you can connect multiple logic gates to one of these timers. I think this might work. So if these sensors go off, there's going to be a delay before the signal reaches through, which means that it will detect the wall a little bit later, but it also means that it will be forced to reverse for longer. I think this could work. So let's give it a 2-second delay on both of these. So 2 seconds after it detects an obstacle, it will stop. Now that will reduce its effectiveness at discovering obstacles, but it will also hopefully cause it to be able to reverse for a while before it notices the obstacle is gone. Go, get rid of this and let's give it a try. So you can see I've moved out the way, but for 2 seconds it doesn't notice. It does mean that it takes me 2 seconds to actually notice I'm here, though. It'd be really nice if these had actually I'm gonna make that 1 second for now. Okay. Let's see what happens. Goes forward, notices the obstacle, turns because there wasn't something in the way of everything. Stops. Bloody doesn't reverse because it's stupid. Well, my recording decided to cut out at this point, but the long story short of it was that the timers kind of worked, but I couldn't get the wheels, I couldn't get the engines to reverse or anything like that, so I ended up just sticking two reverse thrusters on to fight the engine, so it effectively causes itself to spin when it encounters an issue. So, you know, I'm going to call that done. It wall avoids, it does a good job of it, pretty much. I haven't seen it get stuck anywhere yet, but it does more or less just run in a circle at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of interesting actually to see it in action. Let's see what it does now. It's probably just going to decide it's too small. Yeah. So yeah, that's everything for today. I find that the logic gates on this are both more powerful and less powerful than I thought they would be. It would be nice if these sensors had a wider angle of range to see, and also if they could perhaps be a little bit more powerful. Like, there must be a way of reversing these wheels. I don't know what it is though. So yeah, I hope you liked it anyway. Let me know if you want to see me tinker around with more stuff like this. I'm sure I'll get better at it with time. I'm probably going to keep playing either way, but let me know if you want to see more. I hope you enjoyed the video, or maybe even learned something new. Probably not, right? I'll see you in whatever next video I make. Bye guys.